Hello everyone, Jeff from RespawnStudios.com and Easy Xbox 360 Achievements.com here with part 3, the final part of the Students in Peril guide for LEGO Harry Potter years 5 to 7. We'll be covering, I think 26 Students in Peril. The majority of these are during story missions, because those are the ones I didn't know or didn't have the ability to get. You have to get most of these in free play, going back and replaying missions. So this is, think toward the beginning of year 5 when you're doing occlumency lessons with Snape. And you just have to use occlumency on the water there. Alright, this is a trap door in one of these story missions. When you drop down here, over here to the right, the student in peril is trapped. You'll pretty much see it. That's in the black house. Toward the end, there's like a reducto door in the middle of the floor, and that's how you get down there. And where I'm doing these circles, there is a Weasley box, and it sets off a firework that goes back in the story mission and breaks open a log, and the student in peril runs out on his own. Now, this is in Lovegood's Lunacy story mission at the very start. You just come back down here, down this path. I had no idea this was here for a long time. And finally, in replaying the level, I finally found it. And you just have to use the light spell to get the vines off him. Alright, this is in the Weasley Joke Shop. You can come here anytime, really, from Diagon Alley. You have to use the Weasley box again to climb a wall to get up to this third floor. But then when you come up here, you disapparate over here, you use the red spell, and then trace the shape, and you free the student. Alright, this is outside where that one mission with Fred and George with the owls was, but again, you can come out here from one of the general Hogwarts doors at any point. And you have to use that Weasley box as any of the Weasleys to put on the feet. You come up here and aim a spell up at the Hufflepuff banner. And a student in peril is apparently in there. And there we go. Alright, this is in the Ministry of Magic when you had to infiltrate it at the start of year 7. You have to be a dark wizard, and you just use a spell. You free the student in peril, and you also are able to pick up that character token. And I'm finishing up my last character's guide right now, so that'll be out probably tomorrow, maybe even later tonight. Alright, this is, I think, the last mission in year 6. But you'll know what this part is. It's in a story mission. It's the very end of it. You don't go into that duel because that ends the mission. Come over here. This is by Hagrid's hut. And over there by the fence, you just have to hit the Death Eater with a spell. And you free the student. Alright, this is the very last story mission of the game. This is the start of the mission. You have to be a dark wizard to destroy these pieces, or to lift them up out of the way, pretty much. And then you get the Quibbler box to put on the glasses. And then you're able to pull the key box here out of the rubble. And then you're going to have to switch to a character using a key. So again, this has to be in free play, like pretty much all of these and all of the collectibles videos. So in this case, I'm using Mrs. Cole. And then the student in peril was freed. Well, there's a Death Eater standing by him, so apparently he wasn't freed yet. But there we go. And that was my last one, actually. That was number 60 for me, so I think that's why I got so many studs there. You could say I almost have 1 billion from that guy. Alright, this is in one of the courtyards at Hogwarts. And you just have to use Ron and the Deluminator, bring light over, and you attract the bugs, fireflies, whatever they might be. These glowing bugs. And he's set free. Alright, this is down by the boathouse, off of that area where Hagrid's hut is. In that same general area, the lower left part of the screen in that area leads you down here. I think you either have to use Reducto or Dark Wizard, so again in free play. Alright, now this is right next to Hagrid's hut itself. You just have to use the light spell on the vines. Alright, this, I believe, is the area with the path next to Hagrid's hut. This is where the Thestrals are. And... wait, what the hell is going on in this video? I think you have to be in the air with a Thestral? I don't even remember this section right now. Okay. Well, there we go. We just have to go up there. Use the light spell to get rid of the vines, and then Wingardium Leviosa on the vines themselves to open it up. Sorry about that. I just totally didn't remember that. Alright, this is in the library. You have to use something else, I think Reducto, to then be able to make that point for Hermione to use the beaded bag. And then you fill this pool up with water, and the student who is on the chandelier, for whatever reason, is able to jump down into the kiddie pool. And he's saved. Alright, moving right along. This is off of that area where the Weasley's Owl story mission is. This is the storage room. And you just have to use a Dark Wizard on that dark magic chest cabinet, and you free the student. This is now at Hogsmeade Station. You have to use Hermione with the beaded bag. And then you have to use Reducto on that animal. And then you put the, I guess it was a coin, into the machine, and you win the student in peril. This is another story mission. This is where Ron has to use the Sword of Gryffindor to destroy the locket. You have to use Hermione's beaded bag to create that mushroom jump. And then once you're up there, you just use dark magic on the tree. Alright, this is another story mission. This is with Draco in the bathroom. Back here, you have to use dark magic to open up this area, and there's just a student in peril chilling back there. Alright, this is in the Bellatrix Lestrange vault. At the front right of that vault is another dark magic lock. He's in like a cage, and he just used dark magic. So you probably see I just use Voldemort all the time. Alright, this is in the mission Burning Bridges. You have to use dark magic on that one wall. And then I thought you had to come up here, but not yet. You have to go back down, use Augmenti. And that alone does it. And there we go. Students free. Alright, so this is another one I got by accident, just shooting spells. This is in the divination classroom. And you just have to hit one of the pyramids of cups up there, where I'm shooting spells. And the student was behind there. This is the story mission, I believe it's called Dobby. And this is the beginning section. Right when you start like right there looking at him. And you just have to use Reducto, and you free him. Alright, this is in the Felix Felicis mission. You're trying to put together the things to extract the poison or whatever from the Acromantula. And you have to use a Weasley box to create that area. And then just hit the chest, I think that comes out. This is when you are back in Godric's Hollow in one of the Year 7 missions. And you have to be a Dark Wizard in free play. And you just break him out of that little mausoleum. This is in another Year 7 story mission. This is when you get back into Hogwarts. The student is hanging from a hammock up there, so you have to get really back at the bottom of the screen and then aim up. Knock him down. Alright, and I think this is our very last one, so you should have it all 60 students in Peril. This is during Slughorn's Christmas party. I think you have to use dark magic, maybe, to have broken out onto this porch. And then, as Hermione, you have to use that bookcase, the rune case, and then you put together this little weird bird gargoyle thing, and he rescues that student who is hanging off the edge. I don't know why you couldn't have reached over, but there you go. All right, and that'll do it. Hope that helped. Thank you for watching.